thing that will obviously come into mind that, okay, fine, critical illness is a product that, is understood, but I already have health insurance, or my clients already have health insurance, or my clients always say that health insurance hai, so why do I need to basically cover for any other product, right? Meaning you asked me to buy health insurance, then you asked me to buy a top up. Now you're saying buy critical illness, and then you also told me a pandemic ke time pe buy a corona kavach or a corona rakshak. So where is this going to end, right? And why do I need to buy one more health insurance product in my life, right? This is a very, very common question. That's where this slide is very important and gives a very good visual representation of what we want to say. Health insurance does not cover financial risks around healthcare on an entire basis, or it does not cover it on a complete basis, right? There are many other risks, financial risk under healthcare, that do not get covered by health insurance, right? So a person who does not have health insurance versus a person who has health insurance obviously is a better off, but someone who is covered with health insurance is still not covered for so many other expenses that can be covered by a lump sum benefit product like critical illness, right? Specifically in this, which is most important, are two things. One is, when a critical illness occurs, there is a huge chaos that happens. I'm sure most of us, it's unfortunate, but most of us would have seen critical illness or a serious illness in their families or in their extended families, and would have seen the kind of chaos it creates in the family. Why does it create chaos? Not only because of the hospitalization expenses, but it also leads to a sliding down of earnings, right? People stop earning as much as they were able to earn. Like a paralysis would almost stop all kinds of earnings. But let's say if even a cancer or a heart attack curtails earnings significantly, you are not able to do stuff, or a person is not able to do stuff that he wants to do, right? So from that perspective, it is a very, very important part of the financial risk that is not covered by health insurance. The loss of earnings or the curtailment of earnings is not covered. The other part which is not covered by health insurance could be routine but very, very expensive OPD costs, right? And these are basically for people who, let's say, undergo, let's say, are going to be suffering from, let's say, a paralysis or something which is so serious. What they basically see is that there will be a regular cost of nursing, there will be a regular cost of medication. In cancer, there are so many oral medications that need to be taken, and there's a lot of new OPD based treatment that is possible in cancer, which may not be covered by health insurance. All those expenses, basically the routine OPD expenses, but heavy on the pocket, can be covered only with a separate product like a critical illness. So health insurance, in short, basically wouldn't basically take care of all kinds of financial risks that occur with respect to healthcare. The other part, which is also very, very important, is even if you compare a serious illness to the worst perceived risk that people look at, right, which is death, right? There is a very, very good chance that you will see that a critical illness actually could have more financial burden on the family than even death. And this is something that needs to be understood very well. And this is something that our customers or clients need to understand very well, right? What does a death instance do? Like a earning member dying, there'll be a high severity, which be a loss of earnings, right? But it's a one-time thing, and it needs to be covered by a product. The one product that needs to be obviously bought, and something which all of us obviously know about, is term insurance. What happens when a serious illness happens? A serious illness happens, there are multiple times that your savings or your client savings get dented, right? It's not only the loss of earnings that happen because of a person losing his job, but also burdened by a lot of other expenses which are not covered by health insurance, which we already spoke about. So this slide actually is like a visual representation of how a serious illness can be more burdensome for a family than even death, and which is something that your clients need to understand very well.